Welcome to the Moon Manifesting Podcast with Kyra Howearth. Hi, I'm Kyra, business astrologer, moon manifesting mama, author, teacher, and mentor. I teach you how to harness the energy of the moon, stars, and cosmos so you can manifest your dreams and discover a deeper purpose to your life. Hello, Moon Manifestors. It's so good to be back on the Moon Manifesting Podcast for another episode. How are you going today? I hope that you're having an amazing day and that you're manifesting your best life. And if you're feeling like maybe you're not manifesting your best life and you need a bit of a pick-me-up, you're in the right place, because in today's episode, it's all about manifesting your next level life. We're going to be having a look at where you are now, where you want to be, and how to bridge that gap so that you can manifest your next level life. So let's dive in. So yeah, if you're feeling like, a bit stagnant, if you're feeling stuck with your goals, or maybe your goals are just feeling too hard to reach, like you're doing all this hard work and you're just not getting there, like your goals are just so far out of reach still, then this episode is for you, because it's hard when you're kind of feeling stuck and you don't know what to shift and you don't know how to go to that next level. You feel like, something's got to give, but you don't know what's got to give. So this episode is for you. If that's where you're at, don't worry, I've got you. Follow these steps and we will get you to your next level life. So what we're going to do to start off with is contemplate what your current level is. So where are you right now in your life? So this could be like anything, it depends on what you want to manifest, right? But you could be thinking about your income. You could be thinking about your health, your career. You could be thinking about your relationships. It could be, whatever it is that you want to focus on. But where are you right now? So what can really help you with this step is some metrics or some data. So let's talk about income, because this is probably the thing that I focus on most, with this process, because one, it's really easy to track because it's like, a black and white number. When you have those real numbers and real data, it can make it really easy to see where you are now and, make a goal for where you want to go and do the maths to figure out how you're going to get there. And same with like health, like if you're trying to lose weight, that's probably the other way I've used this as well. Where there's numbers involved, I find it so easy to manifest. Like a manifestation is just maths, right? Okay, so metrics help. So like I said, with income, what can really help? Like if this is something that you're trying to manifest and you want to manifest to a higher income level, figure out what is your current income level. So, maybe you have a salary and off the top of your head, like this is exactly how much money I take home each year. Or maybe you're self-employed and maybe you're not quite sure on your numbers. So maybe you need to do a bit of digging and find those numbers. So what I do quite regularly is I will look at exactly how much money I've made. I will look at how much money I've spent in my business and work out my profit margins. But I will regularly do this so that I am constantly keeping track of where I am financially and, how I'm going with my income goals. And having those numbers really clear, it can be scary if, you've been avoiding looking at those numbers. Like maybe you have this thing like, you're not making that much money, or maybe you've been spending way too much money and you're afraid to look at those numbers because you're afraid to look at like, oh no, I've spent all my profit type of thing. But when you get really clear on that, then you know exactly what your current level is. So that's what we're looking for. We want to find your current level. We want to find out where you are now. Okay. So once you have done that, it's easy to figure out what's your next level. So, do you want to quantum leap into, going from $50,000 a year to making $1 million this year? Or do you just want to take a small little leap? So, maybe you're at $50,000 for the year, and maybe you just want to take a leap to $75,000 for the year. So it's up to you. I find it easy to do the smaller jumps personally, but by all means, if you want to quantum leap, here's your permission slip. You can do it. You can absolutely make that quantum leap. So create a specific goal. So this is why, I'm using income as an example, but it may not be what your goal is. So yeah, try to use metrics and numbers where you can, because it makes it easy. But otherwise, create a specific goal of what that next level is. So again, it doesn't have to be money. It could be anything. It could be to do with your relationships. It could be to do with your education goals or homeschool goals, whatever it is. So hopefully now you know exactly where you are now. You've got your current level, and you know where you want to go. You know what your next level is. You have that goal. So once we've got these two pieces of information, we're going to work out how to bridge that gap from where you are now to where you want to be. So what would your next level look like? So take a moment now to visualize what your life would look like if you were at that next level. So if you're at that higher income level, or if, you're at that relationship goal or that health goal or that whatever goal it is that you're working on, that career goal, what would that look like? What would that look like? Start to visualize that now. So what would you look like in that vision? What would you be wearing? How would you feel? What are the things that you would be doing or saying? How would you look? Did I already say that? I think I talked about clothes, but how would you look as well? Where would you be even? How would your surroundings, how would your environment look? So there are a lot of things to consider here in your visualization. And if you want to pause this episode now, a really fun exercise to do would be to journal that out, to write it all out. Write down all those things, like go really deep into that vision of what next level you would look like, would feel like, would be doing. Write it all out, because the more specific you can get, this will help you immensely. So get really clear on that vision for what the next level would look like for you. So yeah, feel free to pause and write that out if you want. Okay. So if you're back, or if you maybe just, visualize it and didn't write down, that's cool too. So we're going to be talking about how to bridge that gap. So you've got that vision in your head. You're really clear on who you want to become, of what your life will look like. So how to bridge that gap. Tongue-tied. You've got to become the person who you want to be. You've just got to become that person. So that person who you saw in your visualization, and if you pause to do that journaling, like that person that you wrote about, become that person. And there's no real easy way to do it apart from becoming that change that you wish to see. So what's going to happen here is that you're going to be raising your vibration to that level. So once you raise your vibration to that next level, everything else will follow. So what I mean by this is that, say, okay, you want to manifest, you want to double your income. So what would your life look like if you doubled your income? So, maybe you would be wearing some nicer clothes. Maybe you would have your makeup done every day. Maybe your hair would be a bit different. Maybe you would be eating healthier foods. Maybe you'd be getting foods delivered to you rather than cooking meals for yourself all the time. Maybe you could, afford to do something like that. So you may not be able to completely become the person who you want to be if you don't have the money to, afford all those things that you want to manifest with your higher income level. But what action steps will help you start to get there? What are some little steps that you can begin to take that will begin to raise you up to the next level? So have a think about all those little things that you would change from where you are now to that next level version of yourself. And, maybe start to think out like some little upgrades that you could make that will get you a bit closer to that goal, to that visualization. So, okay, how can I make this into an example? So, I guess something that I have done, like when I've done this exact process, I've done this process many times over the past few years, something that's really helped me is by looking at all the things in my life and thinking, okay, what would be different if money wasn't an issue? What would I change? What would I, like something better of? And so it could just be something like having soft, fluffy towels to dry yourself off with after your shower in the morning. Sometimes we get so used to having old things that, could be replaced, could be upgraded. And when you upgrade those things, it can make you feel like $1 million, right? Like the fluffy towels, literally I have this set of 4 identical towels and I reserve them for my ensuite bathroom. And these are my special towels and they make me feel really good. I'm not using the mismatched old towels that we used to have. I have these special towels and they make me feel really good. And it can just be things like that these little upgrades that raise your vibration and they make you feel like that next level person. So it's about those feelings and those vibrations, not necessarily about, I need the money to pay for this. It's about the feeling. So going back to your visualization, how would that next level you feel? How can you create that feeling in your life? So if you want to feel more abundant, what would make you feel more abundant? If you want to feel more luxurious, what would make you feel more luxurious? So little things like upgrading your towels, they can go a long way to raising your vibe. And when you're raising your vibe, everything else will follow because like attracts like. Your vibe attracts it all. So when you raise your vibe, you're going to attract the things that are on that same vibration, okay? So I have a few more steps here for you to help you manifest your next level life. Before I go into these steps, I would like to just offer it out there for you that I have some free discovery calls available this month where I can help you with this exact process with manifesting your next level life. We can use a bit of astrology or tarot reading with this as well, but it's mainly just helping you to understand how to manifest your next life. So if you'd really like a bit of guidance and you want to jump on Zoom with me and have a quick chat, you can book in right now in the link in the show notes. I'm really excited to be chatting with you because this is what I love to do. I love to help people. If that's something that's calling it to you, if you'd like a bit of guidance, I'm here for you. You can book a free call below. Completely obligation free. I just love chatting. I'm a Gemini. I love chatting. Okay, so on to our last final little steps for manifesting your next level. So some action steps. What are some action steps that will help you to bridge the gap from where you are now to where you want to be? So going back to income, because it's an easy thing to track, maybe you need to ask for a promotion in your workplace. Set up a meeting with your boss and ask. If you don't ask, you don't receive. So it can't hurt to ask, okay? Or maybe if you're running your own business, raise your prices. It's okay to raise your prices. You know, maybe send out an email saying prices going up at the end of the month. This is what the new price will be. And then raise your prices. That's, you know, that's an easy way to increase your income, by increasing your prices. And it doesn't have to be a lot. It can just be a little bit, but it will help overall. Maybe you need to invest in a coach. Coaching has been the biggest thing that has helped me manifest my next level over and over again. Every time I invest in a coach, it kind of pushes me out of my comfort zone to try new things. But from that, stepping out of my comfort zone, it brings so much growth. So coaching, whether that's a business coach or a life coach, or you know, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, relationship coaching, relationship counseling is probably more of a term. I don't know if there are relationship coaches, but there probably are. But depending on what it is that you're manifesting, you know, get a coach or someone else who can help you. Like if your goals are to do with health, maybe you need to invest in your health by seeing a naturopath or another health practitioner or your doctor or whoever it is that you feel like you need to see. Invest in it, because sometimes you need to invest in yourself before people will invest in you as well. So if you're kind of feeling stuck, like nothing's shifting, sometimes you need to take that first step to start shifting things within yourself, and then the rest of the things will flow. Okay. So other action steps that you could take, making those little upgrades, like I said, like about how I upgraded my towels, and now every time I get out of the shower, I feel so rich because I have these fluffy towels. But other little upgrades, like what are some other little upgrades? Like in my kitchen, I upgraded all my tea towels and my dishwashing cloths. I got rid of all our cracked and broken plates that, you know, there wasn't really anything wrong with them, just like little chips, but they made me feel poor. And when I got rid of that and now we just use our good plates and bowls, it makes me feel abundant. It makes me feel rich. Okay. And it's all about raising those vibes, raising it to where you want to be. So if you want to feel abundant, what are the things in your life that make you feel less than abundant? What are the things that drag your vibe down? And how can you make those little upgrades to raise those vibes up? And so that, like those little things that you're using in your day-to-day life, whether it's your pens or your computer or your handbag or your shoes, what are those little things that you can upgrade that will make you manifest that next level, that will help raise your vibe? Okay, so with that, with all those action steps and that upgrading, the other tip for you is to declutter the things that don't need to come with you to that next level life. What are the things that you can release? The things that may be holding you back from feeling into that next level life? What are the things that are keeping you stuck in your current level? So some things that are often quite helpful to declutter, things like I've already said, like, you know, chipped and broken stuff, things that just don't work like they should. Like if it's broken, you know, question, like, you know, why are you holding on to this? Does it even still work? Are you even going to fix it? Or should you just, you know, give it away, throw it out, do whatever with it? Other things that could declutter, it could be like your clothing. Like if you have clothes that have holes all in them, or you just have like a cupboard full of clothes that you don't even wear because they're whatever, stretched or holey or whatever, chuck it out. I seriously got rid of 90% of my clothes last year, and I have like probably 5 outfits that I just wear on continual rotation. If you watch my podcasts and the videos, you'll probably see I wear like the same shirt half the time. That's why. But that was such a luxurious upgrade, because now I have all this space in my cupboard and I'm not like trying to jam everything in. Like everything's nice and neat, and it feels like 50 Shades of Grey, like how I'd imagine, like, you know, she has her beautiful like clothing and everything. Like, yeah, imagine like just being like rich and just having like all your clothes laid out just in a nice neat fashion in your wardrobe, and everything's abundant. So yeah, that sort of vibe. How can you declutter stuff that doesn't need to come with you to your next level life to make space for the vibes that you want to bring into your life? Okay, that's the key here. The key is to really, release the stuff that's keeping you in this level so that you can bring in the stuff that's going to help you upgrade your life to the next level. So whether you're upgrading just little bit by little bit, or whether you're taking that quantum leap, totally up to you. But these are the steps. These are the steps that are going to help you bridge that gap and become that person who you want to be, that next level version of yourself. I'm so excited to see what you manifest with these tips. Keep me posted, keep me updated. Feel free to send me a message on Instagram to let me know about the tips that you've picked up on my podcast and how you're integrating this into your life and what you manifest as a result. Because it's always so exciting to hear your moon manifesting stories, or even if you're not using the moon, just your manifestation stories. But yeah, working with the moon can absolutely help you with that too. And if you're curious about that, you can check out my book, Moon Manifesting, and that will guide you through these exact processes of like decluttering during the waning moon and taking action steps during the waxing moon and that sort of thing to help you manifest your next level life. So yeah, if you're curious about manifesting your next level life and you're wondering, more about what that could look like for you, don't forget I'm offering those free discovery calls for this month. I would love to chat with you sometime real soon about how you can manifest your next level life and live to your highest potential. Stop holding yourself back. It's your time. You are ready to manifest your next level, and I'm so excited to see what unfolds for you. So I will catch you all on the next episode of the Moon Manifesting Podcast. Until then, stay magical, stay manifesting, and stay tuned. I'll speak with you very soon.
Thank you for listening to the Moon Manifesting Podcast. If you're wanting more moon magic, check out my book, Moon Manifesting. Download your free Moon Manifesting calendar or connect with me on social media. You can do all of that at kyrahowearth.com.au. Stay magical, stay manifesting, and stay tuned. I'll speak with you in the next episode.